to the top 14 projections that CBS got wrong. Hey, I know that a lot of you use different websites. I know some of you use Baseball's Prospectus.
Wait, I use Baseball Prospectus.
Exactly, but this is just based on CBS, so we're going to do the top 14. Why 14? Because 15 is way too many. All right, let's get going.
Number 14, Jonathan Lucroy.
Jonathan Lucroy caught 147 games last year. That is a ton of games. That is ludicrous for any catcher to catch that many games. Now, I'm sure he didn't catch every single game, but you know what I mean. That's a lot of wear and tear on somebody. And if you look at his body type, he's probably the smallest catcher in the league. I don't have any statistical information to back that up, but he's a little catcher. He is a really, really dinky dude. So for him to have 20 home runs, which is the projection that CBS has, not going to happen. He's a good player. He's a good catcher. But 20 home runs, way too many.
Number 13, Prince Fielder.
This fielder should be on everybody's fantasy radar this year. 31 home runs, way too low. He's going to be somewhere between 35 and 40. This guy plays all the time. Now, will his body hold up? No. He's way too of a chubby bunny to continue to put up these ridiculous numbers. But this season probably will be his best offensive season. That Texas lineup is stacked. With him hitting in Texas, it'll be unreal.
Number 12, Edwin Encarnacion.
I suppose everybody's a believer of Edwin Encarnacion now after the last 2 seasons. The problem is that Toronto, along with the Orioles, probably had the worst offseason of any team who pretends to be able to contend this season. I think they're going to be big-time sellers at the trade deadline, and the first guy they're going to get rid of will be Jose Bautista. And once Bautista leaves that lineup, Edwin Encarnacion becomes quite average. So I believe that the 34 home runs, 97 RBIs that he is projected to get, way too high. He will be much lower than that. He'll still have a decent season. That's not anything crazy, but the 34, 97, way too high.
Number 11, Matt Adams.
Let me just first say that I am a huge Matt Adams fan. He is a beast. The problem is that there's a lot of other mini beasts in that Cardinal lineup, and he's not going to be able to play and get 570 at-bats like CBS thinks he's going to. If he got that many at-bats, would he have 32 and 94? Absolutely. But he's just not going to be able to stay on the field to put up those numbers. However, someday he will. He's legit.
Number 10, Cliff Lee.
Cliff Lee is a guy who I do not think will finish the season with his team. 15-8, 104 with a whole season as a Philly, probably legit. But the thing is that come July and August, he's not going to be a Philly. The Phillies are going to fall out of everything, and I know that they think they're not going to eat his salary. But here's a secret. He's making $25 million this year. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I just found that out today. It's crazy money. So I don't see how he stays a Philly. And when he gets traded, his numbers are going to get spiked somewhere along the line. He's a weird guy. So yes, Cliff Lee, numbers are lower.
Number 9, Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols is too proud of an individual to hit 268 this season. He will change things. He will be better. He will be more acclimated to Anaheim and the AL West. He will be better. 268, way too low.
Number 8, Miguel Cabrera.
Okay, the Miguel Cabrera train is officially slowing down, and it starts this year. Prince Fielder didn't have huge numbers in Detroit, but he was a presence. That presence is now gone. Between either Victor or Torrey Hunter or whatever they're going to do up there to give him projection, it's not going to be that great. So look for Miguel's numbers to drop. I mean, yeah, he's probably the best hitter in the last 10 years in the major leagues. I'm not saying he's going to have a huge decline, but it's going to start now. And the numbers that you see there, too high, going to come down low.
Number 7, Elvis Andrus.
Okay, Elvis Andrus. I don't like Ron Washington, let me first say that. And I think even Ron Washington would be smart enough to not have Elvis Andrus steal 40 bases this year. And the reason why is because you got those big boppers who can hit doubles, triples, home runs, whatever, in the middle of that lineup. Why? Why chance it? There's no reason Elvis Andrus steals 40 bases. The only way Elvis Andrus does steal that many is if either Fielder or Beltre go down via injury. That's a possibility. I don't think it happens. Elvis Andrus, 30 stolen bases, tops.
Number 6, Curtis Granderson.
Okay, Curtis Granderson knows that Yankee Stadium right field porch is gone now. And he's not going to hit 226. It's way too low. All right. He'll hit around 250 this season. What do you want? You do not follow directions very well. I told you to leave Daddy alone. Well, come here. Come here. Come here. Say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. All right. Now wave bye.
Yeah.
And say Curtis Granderson will hit higher than 226 this season. Go.
Yeah.
Ugh, whatever. You don't even listen to me. Get out of here. Curtis Granderson better than 226.
Number 5, Jed Yorko.
Okay, this one I almost laughed out loud at. Okay. Jed Gorko, 29 home runs. There isn't, oh my gosh, I don't think there's any right-handed player ever. Seriously, who could hit 29 home runs with a full season in San Diego? There's just no way. There is no way. I mean, I would say 22 home runs max for Gorko.
Number 4, Chris Davis.
Ah, yes, Chris Davis. Strike 1. Strike 2. Strike 3. Ah, you're out. Yes, Chris Davis struck out 196 times last year. He's going to strike out over 200 this year. They're not going to give him anything to hit. Adam Jones will reap some of these benefits because they'll probably walk him a lot, but he will extend the strike zone. You saw what was happening in the second half last year. His numbers plummeted, Chris Davis. So, yes, Chris Davis probably hit 32, 33 home runs. He's Mark Trumbo, sorry.
Number 3, Jose Reyes.
Okay, this is another laugh out loud stat. Jose Reyes, 590 at bats. I don't even know what the rest of his projections were, but they were all way too high because one time in the last 5 years he had 590 at bats, and guess what? He ain't gonna do it this year. If he had those kind of at bats, yes, he would have the numbers that CBS projects for him, but he's not going to because he just doesn't stay healthy. Jose Reyes, Jose Dio.
Number 2, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Jacoby Ellsbury, all right. If he really gets 640 at-bats, okay, he would have way more than 12 homers and 57 RBIs. I just do not believe he will stay on the field like that. Now, on the flip side of that, if he actually would have 640 at-bats, would he have 48 stolen bases? No, because there again, if he's stealing that many bases, he will slide into second base, bruise an ego, and go on the DL. He's just not durable enough for this. So the numbers that CBS have for him are all kinds of wrong. If he actually played for 640 at-bats, he'd have more around between 25 and 30 stolen bases, and then somewhere around 20 home runs, 65 to 75 RBIs. So all those numbers are low if he actually had 640 ABs. But in order for him to steal 48 bases, you know what? I don't think it's possible. I don't think in a million years he'll have 48 stolen bases because there's no way the Yankees will run him as much money as they have invested in him because, again, they're afraid he'll get hurt. Okay, before we go to number 1, I do have one honorable mention I want to talk about. That honorable mention is Ryan Braun. 296, 28 homers, 96 RBIs. I think that's too high. Not massively high, just a little too high. The problem I have is the protection that he will have because you've got Aramis, who will not stay healthy all season. You've got Lucroy, who we've already talked about him. And there's no left-handed bats. I know they signed Lyle Overbay to a minor league contract. Maybe he will be up. But they signed Mark Reynolds to a minor league contract too. So they got to split at bats somehow there, at first base. So they're so right-handed. I just think in the late innings they're going to bring in late relievers, that are throwing 95 miles an hour, and it's going to blow away the right-handed Brewers. And I don't see Braun having big numbers. I don't see it. Now they will, as a team for the Brewers will mash left-handed pitching, but other than that, Ryan Braun's number is a little bit too high. But I kept him off the list because he'll be close. He is. He's going to have to put pressure on himself too with the whole PED stuff too. So there's all kinds of issues there. Just saying. All right, here we go. Here's the big one. Let's get to number 1.
Number 1, Robinson Cano.
Okay, number 1, Robbie Cano. He barely had these numbers as a Yankee, okay? 307 batting average. He'll be stressing to get that. I mean, he'll be putting so much pressure on himself with the big contract, and not to mention Seattle's kind of a sucky place to be. So why is he going to be motivated? I don't see that. 29 home runs. If you've watched a lot of Yankee baseball like I have, a lot of his home runs are line drive shots that just barely clear the fence, at Yankee Stadium. These are just doubles in Seattle. So 29 home runs, I don't see it. I don't see how. And 105 RBIs, again, I think it's just a matter of putting too much pressure on himself. He will not be able to live up to the contract, at least at the beginning. He'll get it accumulated later on. So, yes, there's my list. I hope you liked it. We're only, 7 weeks away from the beginning of the season, something like that. I'm excited. You should be too. See you later. Bye.